it has been such a horrible day, okay? And I'm gonna start from the beginning with it, but I have to use the bathroom first. Okay, two things. I'm gonna take a shower too. I'm trying to get settled in. My package came today. So these are my leg compressors. Like, you know, kind of like the massage chairs that you sit in and they squeeze your legs. That's what this is for. It came today. And I want to be able to enjoy these kind of while I make this brief video. So I'm going to jump in the shower. And then I'll talk about the 20th of October when I get out. Okay, y'all, I'm hooked up. I don't think you can see it. That bitch needs to stop. You can't see it. And I turned that closet light on so you can see me, but you can't. This isn't. That's not enough. Anyhow. Oh shit. What's mode 1? What's mode 2? What's mode 3? Separate. Okay, I guess we'll start with this one. Let it run for about 15 minutes. But I'm gonna need it to be intense. Oh shit. Hold on. What? Oh, I didn't expect it to do that. Just give me a moment. I'm gonna pause. Y'all, this thing is crazy. Like, I had to fucking, like, change the mode. Because I started with my thighs for some reason. And it was intense. I turned it to the max. Because I'm thinking, you know, it ain't going to be nothing. Shit, 2 was a lot. And it only goes to 4. So I went straight to 4. So now I'm on my feet. I'm on 3. One of the female agents just said niggas don't know what to do about what's happening. And as these cups tighten and loosen or impulse, as they impulse, they're attaching things to them. So they're like attaching things to my leg. And saying that these things don't know what to think about what's happening. There's a lot of cursing and spelling going on. They're talking about how I do things to myself that people want me to do to them. And they're acting like I am them and doing it to them. The legs was real intense. Like, I had to do my feet one more time to come off it. So this will be about 45 minutes total. Maybe, let's see. Yeah, about 45, 50. I'm here plugging my nose now, trying to keep me from smelling my soap and perfume. Which is an indicator that they're lying about my environment and who I am. And that happened literally right after the guy that's in the apartment downstairs came out the front door nearest this window. Their front door to that apartment is underneath this window right here. He came outside with an attitude, slammed the door. They said that they took him out of the headspace that he was in and that he was trying to sabotage me to pretty much, you know, be called me. It's Thursday. I've been running all week, literally ripping and running all week. They put 2 pounds on me today. When I weighed in, I was 239. And they did the same thing yesterday too. They put 2 pounds on me and I was 237. Up from 234. And that was pretty much to satisfy their immense hunger and cravings for drugs. So they're trying to act like they don't smoke cigarettes right now, and to refrain from coming outside, you know, the running in and out, to claim that they don't do what I said they do. And they're trying not to smoke meth. That's another thing. So that's what I told you, every time they attack me with fat injections, it's for them to attain some type of desire. And they do the same thing over and over again because they're complete fucking fuck-ups. They know I'm going to go for a ride after this, after I make this short video. And for the last half hour maybe, periodically they'll drop this type of curse. She ran that bitch out the neighborhood. And they're applying it to the female that's next door right now. There's a new female next door. And I want to talk about that in a minute. But they're not claiming that I ran anyone out of the neighborhood. They're claiming that she's running me out of the neighborhood because they know for a fact I'm going to leave. Also, they stole my tooth again, my fake tooth. That's the second one in the last couple of weeks. And I just made that one the day before I left. They keep saying something's not happening like it's supposed to. I guess I'm going to start annotating more of what they say right now while I'm doing this. They said they still haven't told Chrysler Financial. They're referring to Samantha Wenzel. They said they still haven't told her about what's going to happen, what's going to be the outcome. They said her and Nicole don't want to know. They said that she's in a different headspace, her specifically, because she know that him being in the apartment downstairs is the only way that her baby dad will stick around, because that's the only way he can manipulate reality. They said he stays away from her when Steve isn't in the apartment downstairs because he's not able to look at her the same way, and they're not able to make him look at Samantha like she's me. They said when he saw he had a way, he was conditioning himself to look at her differently. Oh, I think my thing just went off too. Let me see. It's not compressing anymore. Oh my goodness, that was the bomb. Yeah, that's it. And like I said, it's been about 45-50 minutes. I did that, so I'm gonna take a break. They said I made her realize that I'm not able to look at none of these people the same way, and they said they tried to put her at the same headspace as the rest of the neighbors, and she just got here. I recall in July, I made a quick video about the curses and spells that they were saying about the other black female. This is 2 weeks ago, following me putting the note on her door at the corner house about the information she originally asked me months prior about the house next door where Sonya Davis used to live. And I guess they got the information and found it feasible. So it appears someone is in the process of moving in next door. Black female, younger. I didn't get to get a good look at her, but when I seen her, she was by herself, and they went into it right away, like how they were going to use her pretty much to get out of the situation with me. They were going to use her to claim that they didn't put fat on me. They were going to use her to claim that they took fat off me. They were going to use her to claim that they went and found me a place. These are all the things they were saying, curses and spells. They were saying they were going to use her to get out of the situation, and that they were pretty much going to also try to fuck up me going to jail. I'm going to beat the fuck out these motherfuckers, okay? Like, it's going to be a murder charge. Alright, it will be that. So, that's neither here nor there. About the day. Let's talk about the day. You can't see me, but I think this is okay. there I am. Let me see. Scoot down on this chase on this. Yeah, I told you about the chase. Oh, you still can't see me. That's just gonna be it. The view for now. Let me widen the camera, see if that helps the lighting. Nope, not really. Nothing's bouncing off. Okay. So, my bedroom, this office space, is under construction. And it has been for about a week. And what happened was, you know how it goes. It went a week without being untouched, and that's because I was getting attacked real bad. And you know, I wasn't making these videos, okay? Like I had I been making these videos, I probably would have gotten way more done. But that wasn't the case, and they were attacking me real fucking bad, okay? It was horrible. Like, I spent so many hours each day in pain and with no sleep. Like, the motherfuckers was going overboard, and it was like the closer they saw me getting to, like, acting on murder, the worse they were getting. That's what they've been doing lately. So, I got up this morning after working on this room for the first time in almost a week last night. I got up this morning and I had this, I'm going to show it to you, or try to, this shelf that I put up over there. Can you see it? No, but I'll show you a picture before I walk out of here. Okay, that shelf, it had been sitting in my car for about a week and a half. I found it on sale and I couldn't resist, and I was like, you know, $24, like, you know, even if it just sits in my washer and dryer hookup area, that's worth it. You know, just me not knowing the outcome, whether, you know, shit is gonna hit the fan and, you know, the pandemic picks up, or, you know, I get an offer on a home or whatever. You know, I was like, either way, you know, that's just like a win-win. And I told you I was pissed about over the summer having to pass up so many good deals because I didn't have the space. There was like a fire pit that I wanted, and there was like a patio set that I wanted. Couldn't get none of that shit, and didn't have nowhere to put it. And by the time I decided to, you know, just let it eat up a little bit of space, go back and get it anyhow, they didn't have them. Like, when they saw me take interest in it, they go and the shit gets sold out. It's out of stock. So, this morning I get up and I go and I take that washer that I had over there originally with those folders sitting on top of it. I take that washer, that brand new one that I got because I thought mine was broken, and they replaced it pretty much under the warranty, and all for me to find out that mine wasn't broken at all. It wasn't no janky shit, you know, like mine's, I really thought it didn't work anymore. And but I got a new one, and it's been sitting there for forever. And when I first got it, I wanted to take it to my mom because she has a small 1-bedroom house, and she so it would be perfect for her space too, you know, like. And I anyhow, I get up this morning, I pack that in the car, like, and I put in this like, I take her like some brand new big thing of pods, like detergent pods, and those brand new glass bowls I had got, it's like every size, like every size down to a little cup of glass. And I took those too because I don't foresee myself being able to get to use that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, shit goes, you know, however it goes, that's something I can get again. But as far as me using it within the next week or so, it ain't gonna happen. And so I'm like, I take that and I drop it off at her place. That burgundy or red, like, sub, she said, we've been super rowing. I don't know if anyone remembers this from probably 2021. They kept on talking about a Subaru, like, curse. We've been Subaruing these people. We've been Subaruing these people. We've been Subaruing her. We got them thinking that it's her that we're Subaruing. So they were talking about a vehicle or whatever, and claiming that it was either me or my mom that had a guy in it. You hear this retarded ass bitch? That's an agent doing that shit on purpose. She never used to do that. So I take it, I drop it off. I put it in front of her I put it on her, like near her door, up under her mailbox, in which there's an awning. Okay, and that Subaru that I'd been seeing there, mind you, I rode past my mother's place like 3 times earlier this year. Now, when I had that bike last year, I rode by there once or twice too. But this year, since I've had a vehicle, I've rode by there at least 3 times or whatever, and just about every time that Subaru was there, at least 2 or 3. And when I went there today, it wasn't there. They cursed and spelled all night about it. They were mad, saying I was sabotaging them, and that these neighbors weren't going to be able to look at situations the same way because I was going to the same place that they told them that I would never go or show up. And so these are agents talking about other agents and the type of intel they received about the type of DNA that they're stealing. Okay, so so they went on and on and on about that, and they said, even, you know, with my mom, you know, she felt some type of way, and that, you know, because there was an agent occupying her identity, has full control over the mind and body, said she felt some type of way. And they tried to bully me into sending her some boots as well, because they went off about the new boots that I got. I told you those. Oh, I didn't tell you anything because I haven't made a vlog in a little bit. But I brought some Uggs a few days ago, and I got them yesterday. And today I wore them for the first time. It's a low-cut Ugg. It was like $150. The shoe itself was like maybe $139, but then, you know, of course, the ship or taxes won. And they went on and on throwing a fit about these boots, and then they decided that they wanted me to send them a pair. Send my mom a pair to satisfy them. You know, and it was weird. They kept on talking about how they were going to know that I wasn't in the headspace that they'd been claiming all this time, and that she was going to know that they were all lying to her, and that my brother never told her the truth about the situation and what was going on, and that he doesn't want to tell her that I've been right about everything the entire time. So they were talking about how this situation, they kept saying $200, that I went and I was able to put $200 on her porch. Now, before I decided to do this, days prior, I had some things in a cart and that I was going to send her, you know, just out of nowhere, for no reason. And it was like, what was it? I think it was like a large TV and and some pillows, like the ones I have, because I found that those pillows are really nice and they work, you know, although a little slippery, but I found their performance to be good. So, and I think that was it, like the TV, the pillows, and what? Oh, and then that washer, you know, like I was just like, you know, these things I can drop off and the other stuff I can order and have sent. But I ended up deciding against. I was like, you know, these few things that I have here on hand is nothing for me to give away. It costs me nothing, and it's just taking up space. I don't have any room for it. I don't have any use for it. So why not, you know? And I was like, this other stuff, you know, that's of monetary value that shouldn't matter at all, I wasn't going to do. And especially just because of the terms that we're on. I'm still dealing with this abandonment issue, and you know, like, this will be out soon, and that's a situation that even once it gets out, there's still going to be some type of demonic influence involved with me communicating with her. Although I'll have her, it's my mom's my property. You get what I'm saying? Like, although I'll have her and I'll be able to place her or position her wherever I want to make sure she's safe, you know, and has what she needs, you know, it is still, until I get completely rid of the government, you know, this extermination thing, I can't get rid of the demonic influence. So some of those demons will still be present, and they have operations everywhere, and all they'll do is reduce them. So although her mind and her appearance may improve, she still won't be her complete self. You understand? So that took place first thing this morning. They act like it never happened. They removed the trip from my USAA Safe Pilot. They made sure that the app did not record the trip, and they said that I didn't go and I never went. And they had 324 and 1156 where they were saying I was a few days ago. You know, like, you'll see some stuff. You might see it, you might not. But like, when they were trying to claim or hide me barbecuing, that's where they were claiming that I was, up the street. And they've done a lot of things with those identities too. But those two guys, in the last 4 days, there's been 2 occasions where they both came out and were present at the same time, one on each side of the street. At kind of, one's at the end of the street and one is almost at the end of the street. You get what I'm saying? Like, the house is at the end. There's no participation, so they're acting like he is the end with 324. So that happened. Like, 1156, he watched me the entire time. He watched me put the huge box in my car. He watched me take the box out of my trunk that had been sitting in my trunk and bring it back to my thing. He watched me take my trash can from the curb. Like, it was trash night last night, and they picked it up this morning. He watched everything. He watched me go back and forth, and until I left. And that's the type of things these agents do. You know, it sometimes is really, really subtle. Sometimes they'll, you know, try to make a little bit of a commotion about it. But when it's these guys, mostly, they're real subtle. They come out and they act like they watch, and they try to make sure they don't notice what they don't want to report. So they'll watch me, you know, my activity to and around the car, but they won't witness. They will make sure they don't witness the car moving, because the car is what they're attacking. Especially with 324. They're trying to keep that minivan from breaking down. So when I came out this second time this evening, you know, to go pick up these boxes, I couldn't go get them before they got there. When I go out to pick up these boxes this evening, it's like, I don't know, 5 or 6, more like 6. I get ready to leave. They would not allow my car doors to open before he bent the corner. So it wasn't until he bent the corner that they allowed my car doors to open. I'm sitting here, and they said he knows. They just found out. They were talking about Kelly's boyfriend, saying that he just found out that I've been carrying both key fobs on me to make sure I don't have to wait to get in my car. So for weeks, it's been a solution carrying both fobs. You know, I get in and get out easily. Today, I was outside trying to get in my car about 5 minutes before I could leave. And they went on with that. Like, for the duration of the couple of errands that I ran. So, when I finally return, I come down Sherman. And I'm coming down Sherman from, like, Stanton, that direction. And I know that's Kelly Bunn's boyfriend is parked at the corner. So, you know, like, before I caught him parked, like, at the end of the street, I just so happened to get out and take a walk around. This time, he's parked, like, around the corner. Like, he made sure he didn't bend the corner to try to hide and tuck off, especially after I caught them sneaking him in last night. I caught Kelly and her son sneaking him in last night. Okay, like, I was out, we were all outside. And when I told the landlord, of course, he didn't say nothing, didn't tell him to leave, didn't do nothing. Okay, and then today, out of nowhere, one of the agents, they go and they try to cover down on it to try to get me to leave it alone. The same thing they did with my caseworker. They'll show up and they'll just spark up this subject about the felon. Okay, and act like they're going to try to mitigate the situation and try to pretty much get me to leave it alone. And I've been going off on them hoes. Checking the fuck out their asses. So they're mad about that not working too. And you know, some retaliation comes from that. They my car, the noise, like it had another noise that's been squeaking the last 2 days. They're mad about the vehicle moving before 3-4 p.m. So it's been moving lately around anywhere between 11 and 12. You know, like, and those are the hours they were trying to act like they had covered. Those hours that I normally spend, you know, doing, like, if not sleeping and just waking up, you know, I spend doing a little bit of schoolwork before I got ready to get out. You know, like, my leave of absence that I submitted, I've been having issues with it since the 16th. On the 17th, I submitted it. When I called today, I called a couple days ago to see if they got it, you know, and there was kind of some assurance that, you know, it should be okay. But then I called again today, and there was like, what they had was not good enough, pretty much. What they had the form. What it was she was able to find it. It had not been processed yet, but she was able to find it. And she said she noticed that there was some white out on it on the date. And she said where I, you know, white it out and then put the date. She said, but my initials weren't by it. And I was like, you know, you're absolutely right. I didn't initial it. She was like, so I'm going to send you the electronic form now. We went through all that process. And now that's been sent to them. And hopefully it'll be processed in due time. Before there's any penalty associated with it. I was on the expressway, like going to get, after picking up the packages, I was going to get nails. I was going to get nails because I'm going to put a full set on. You know, I do the little acrylic thing, but they're breaking my nails so much and so badly on a daily basis that there's no nail for me to have. You get what I'm saying? Like, if I were to do my own nails, it would look like, what the fuck? So I'm going to put a little tip on it to give me a base so that I can have a little something near, like, just a little something. But on my way, on 77 North, headed towards Cleveland, right there by Summit Lake, where there's, like, South Street. And if you continue around, it goes in the Thornton. And then if you go the other way, it bends, like, I think that's like, what is that runs, like, across Princeton Street? Whatever that is. But right there. So I noticed the truck in front of me. It hit his brakes. And I'm like, I'm waiting on him to lift off him, but he didn't. So I had to slow down too. And there's like this huge motherfucking, like, piece of tree. It's a huge piece of tree. And it's so long that it covers, like, the way that 77 splits right now because of the construction. Like, you really only get in this left lane if you're going to keep going all the way out. Otherwise, like, the right lane is mostly for if you're trying to bend off and go towards Barberton. So the left lane, that is the lane that I was in, and I'm like, I can hit this and kind of peel out, but it's as wide as the motherfucking, there was no way around it. So I noticed him riding over the stick, and the stick is now visible to me. I'm like, you gotta be fucking, you can't be serious. Like, it was so fucking big, and the government made a whole scene with my car, like, when I had to ride over it. And then the car behind me made a scene too. Like, it had so much time to notice what was going on. And, it couldn't go any faster. I wasn't speeding up. It seemed my brakes. And I never was able to, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so there's some squealing. And they, in that moment when that car squealed, they act like it was a car accident. That's what they played out in parallel reality. So I go get the nails over time. They've been trying to keep me down as much as possible to make sure there's no productivity. They know what I'm moving towards. Okay. Again, since it's that time of the month, they're thinking that money will keep me from going, and that wasn't the case last month. That's just kind of how it worked out. So it's weird because they keep talking about how they're talking about my finances to the neighbors, and it's not that they're talking about my finances to the neighbors, they're posing as the neighbors. You get what I'm saying? So it's like they're acting like they're communicating with themselves, but not as themselves. So it's like an agent, a technology where it's like me, and I'm like, I got all these identities, and I'm using these two right now, and I'm going to be an agent that's communicating with this constituent, and this constituent, all these things, they hear voices. It's worse. It's so much worse. That is demon possession, but I'm saying it's so much worse than that. Okay? So they're talking about how they're communicating about my finances, what they see and what they've watched me do, and that everyone's mad about $8,000, me having $8,000, and they're mad about me taking a leave of absence from school and them not having the way, and that they were going to try to stir up some shit so that they could get me on the police's radar. That's what they were saying. And I talked about that in the past. Every time that was the agenda in 2020, and the entire year of 2021 I was on probation. They had a way of acting like they were communicating with me, so there was no problem. When I got off of probation, they were kind of hoping I would start going to school, because that would be their way to act like they were communicating with me, in contact with me some way. And I told you all my school isn't like that. There's no friends, there's no acquaintances, there's not, no nothing. Like, there's discussion questions, and we have to reply, we have to post, and we also have to respond to 2 classmates. And that's what they were using to manipulate reality. And that shit got real bad. All the curses around the school got really, really bad. Them calling the neighbors the classmates got really, really fucking bad. And that's how they got some of these things. Like I said, it's like you would this has to be so motherfucking thorough, because when I say for every attack that's made on me on a daily basis, like, someone is getting something for it, someone's maintaining something for it. That's the case. So they were trying to land Samantha a job. And not only did she want a job, but she wanted her baby dad to be present. And when she felt at threat, when she knew that I was going to show up in the morning and kill her, she wanted him more than ever to be around, like to drop her off so her car would be present at her place. You know, they're a team. It's a demonic team, so they understand what they need to do for one another in order to manipulate reality. And he's like, okay, well, if your car needs to be there during the day, this is what I'm going to do. You get what I'm saying? So, no different than Kelly and Steve, the apartment downstairs. No different than Amita and the elder veteran next door. When they seen I wasn't playing that shit with the maintenance guy, the elder maintenance guy, they put her back with her boyfriend. But they were going to try to pull all her shit on me and claim I was fucking. No different than the other neighbors. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were trying to pin all of their shit on me and say that what they did to me, I did to them. You get what I'm saying? Try to call themselves me and say that I was the one disrespecting them. And I have, but rightfully. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't fuck with nobody, and you ain't gonna fuck with me. Because I beat your ass. And I make that clear. You know what I'm saying? Like, they always try to stir some shit up to try it. It's where I told you the agents, they call the shit that they pull a way of asking for hormones. So every time Nicole comes outside and screams like that at the dog, they say she's asking for hormones, and they literally attack my DNA behind it. Okay, every time they're outside talking loud about me, but making sure I don't hear anything but a few words, or going in before I show up outside, they're saying that they're asking for hormones and attacking my DNA for it. Okay? Every time they want something fucking extreme that they want to, you know, otherwise be able to do, like get someone to look at them a particular way, like they are who they are, like they are these new ways that they're trying to be seen in. They attack my DNA, and that could be in the form of fat injections, that could be in the, you know what I'm saying, like there's so many ways. But yeah, they stole the trip. They erased it completely. It never recorded that I took to my mom's house. Not to, not from. There was that shit with the guys, you know, trying to take credit for it. And there was the stuff with the apartment downstairs, you know, them hiding him and trying to make sure he's present so that no one takes the fat off. Like, his whole and main purpose of being present down there, it's not because he loves his fucking girlfriend. Okay, they have a common interest, which is their hate for me. He don't give a fuck about that bitch. Like, he gives a fuck about fucking me over and maintaining interest, okay? Like, his whole and sole purpose of being someone that's not recorded in that space down there is to hang out beneath me wherever I am in my space and claim that I'm with someone and solicit lies about me having sex. That's the role he's been playing. I've been in his apartment 4 years. He's been playing that role the entire fucking time. And they were doing it for the landlord. Mostly. And then, you know, interest over time, interest changed and matters changed. You know, the more that I revealed and the more that I told and the more alarms I set off and the more complaints that I wrote, you know, they were trying to shift the focus, and a lot like they did with my brother and other relatives. You know, like they try to put people in front of them to make sure everything, nothing that they've done catches up to them. And I told you it got to a point where they started saying that the neighbors don't even live on the street. And they change faces, they do all kind of stuff. And when I say change faces, they change stature. Like Kelly's son's stature has changed. I've seen his stature 3 different ways. Samantha's daughter complexion and her stature has changed. They changed to be the face, but they put it back. They changed some things about Samantha, but it was mostly hair because they were trying to, claim that my behavior with my hair and the products I was using was her. Okay, like when it comes to my bathroom, they're claiming my showers and my hygiene. When it claiming that I'm those that don't shower. Joanne, they didn't want the little boy to be as sick looking in the face. I told you that older people used to call that handicap look on people illness. You can see the illness on them. They didn't want him to look that sick. And so it's still present, but not like it looked on him when he was younger. And you can tell he's probably doing some things that he shouldn't be doing. With them twins, they made a big change on them. Them bitches was fucked up. I'm talking about cockeyed, straight bitches fucked up. And they wanted to be able to fuck. They wanted motherfuckers to fuck them. They gave them a whole new motherfucking little lifestyle. That's how it is when you get out of school. Even if you stay in a small place, chances of you running into those, you're just out in this small world now. High school is a really isolated place. Now you're out in this small world, and there's more things to come across. And they show up in a kratom and all kind of stuff. It's demonic. And it's demonic agreements. That's part of the agreement to be friend and be fucked. Science daughter, Sonya and her boyfriend, but it was more with them it was more like the drugs. They didn't want the type of drugs they were doing to show. Steve, his face change he has 2 looks. He has the strung out him, 3 looks. He has the old guy him, and he has the strung out looked him, the angry, just strung out angry addict, and then he has this what's supposed to be a baseline, that's not how it's not his identity, it's not how he would look at all. That's how it wants to look and be and portray itself. Phil, across the street, the bus driver, his sister's baby dad, had eyeliner eyes. Nigga ain't got eyeliner eyes no more. And they tried to do the same thing with him that they did with 1156, which was because that was an ugly chicken battering nigga. They made him look older. They changed his face and made him look older and more mature. They did the same thing with Phil. They just made him look more mature. I don't know where that was the change that they made to him. And like I said, the eyeliner eyes weren't present no more. His baby mom is ugly. When her brother, the bus driver, is fucking, if you see the him that they were trying to acquaint me with versus the him, and you've heard me talk about this in other videos, I had to ask myself, I had to really, is this the same fucking guy? That type of situation, you know what I'm saying? Because it was so different, but a slight resemblance, and it has some features that ain't right. Looks suspect. Who am I missing? 324. They tried to make his face not as offensive, so to speak. You know, like I've never got like a whole bunch of, like, I don't have a bunch of close up looks at him. I've always kind of saw him from a distance, but I still noticed that they had made a change to make it not look as offensive, to kind of make it look more soft and approachable. You get what I'm saying? Because like they were trying to get him away from the in the streets look. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of thing. Nicole and her baby dad, man, the shit they were doing with him night and fucking day. They put fat on Samantha's baby dad once. I do recall that. As soon as I seen him, they took it off. But Nicole's baby dad, like they I've seen him a few different ways. Like I've seen him as a skinny shriveled light, and when I say shriveled light, I'm talking about in posture. So whereas if you're standing and you have height and you have meat on your bones, you get what I'm saying? That's one stature. And when that weight is missing and the structure curls, you know, it's a different look. It's a different look, almost like a skinny nigga. And they had his face clear. That's where a lot of this shit that they were doing to my face came from. He has a meth scratched face. Okay, like he scratches from the shit he does. Okay. Kelly, they take fat off her sometimes, but it's not so much that it's dramatic. You get what I'm saying? Demeter, they were also taking fat off her, you know, from calling her me, trying to make sure that no one took fat off me but took it off someone else. They got nasty traits, you know, like these nasty legs and thighs and stuff. And I see traces of all the stuff that I've noticed on them on me. Okay. Kelly's daughter. The one, she has a witch face, like the youngest one, she has like a witchy chin. They tried to blend it so you don't see it as much. I haven't noticed like anything different really that they did with her oldest daughter. You know, she's so fucking demonic that, you know, and just keep having them little handicapped kids that they don't fuck with her. Like, really, you know what I'm saying? It's the one thing that keeps the same look all the time. They even changed her baby's dad look on a couple occasions. She does change her hair color. Him in court, crackhead black guy, they moved, you know, trying to run from the situation when they caught wind, you know, of what's going to happen. And the closer it was moving to it, you know, they were trying to create some distance between it. And then this new guy that's back there, you know, like they have him doing shit all the time. And when I'm in my living room, they're claiming that I'm there with them, while still claiming that I'm here with all of them. No sleep all fucking year. So look, what's this month? About 150 some days. Okay, and this has been going on like, you know, in the past I've complained a lot about not sleeping, and you know, normally it'll go a few days or a couple of weeks, and then that would be the end of it. But it has been the most extreme shit ever for them, like, to hide the events of the day and my activity, okay, and orchestrate nothing but lies and make sure they don't have to put coronavirus in nobody. This is how they've been keeping from killing motherfuckers, keeping the numbers down by sacrificing my motherfucking sleep. all year long. So what's this? This is October. It started real bad in March, April. In April, I moved my bed into my living room. So let's see. April. I'm not going to be able to come up with a number of days, and that's not really what I was trying to think of either. I was just trying to calculate, if we're talking about a 7-8 month period, like of those 7-8 months, I might have slept at night between the hours of midnight and 6 or 7 a.m. 2 weeks. Three at most. It's some really cruel and harsh shit going on, and it has you ready to snap all the time, and they try to make sure that I don't come across people, like there's times where there's periods of antagonism where they'll, every time I was headed to my car, I've been parking on the street, I don't use the driveway at this duplex no more, like there were times like of antagonizing, like where literally every time I go to my car, because the bitch was coming in my car, Kelly would bring her fat stinking ass outside on her front porch, and they would lie and call her Samantha. So, and then there's, like I said, there's periods of antagonism, and then there's times, like, which is a majority, like where they try to make sure I don't come across or in contact with anything, nothing sees me, go remove. Unless it's at a distance. You get what I'm saying? Because they know I'm coming out on motherfucking 9, like 10. Like, gonna do something about it. Like I said I would. You know what I'm saying? The entire motherfucking time being safe. They know when I come out that I'm gonna be on that shit, and I really kill their ass and go to jail. As soon as Kelly realized I was gonna kill her, she stopped coming outside. And then I hadn't seen her I'm talking for like a month and a half straight, until last night when I caught him. And I caught him on purpose.